Hello guys, welcome back to my channel with another video. Have you ever heard about the common names Tung 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 Sahur, Ta 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 Sahur, Bromadillo Crocodilo, Cappuccino Assassino? If you haven't, then welcome, and if you have heard about them, then also I will tell you about the whole story that how these Italian brainrots come to this world. Because these names are the keys to one of the strangest culture phenomena of the internet age, Italian brainrots. I mean, so chaotic, so nonsensical, and so addictively funny that it feels like stepping into a dream where language melts, logic disappears, and everything sounds like a carnival of broken words. Today we are going to open the door and see what's behind that madness. Italian brainrots is not just a meme. It's not even a single joke. It's a movement of absurdity, an explosion of weirdness that came from the nowhere but somehow became everywhere. If you haven't spent time scrolling TikTok or Instagram in the last year, you have probably seen it. Bizarre images, fake Italian captions, serial AI generated characters, a name that sound like a mix of pasta recipes and alien passwords. But why does something like this go viral? Why does the human brain love nonsense? And why Italian? That's a story we are beginning today, so buckle up. Every great phenomena begins small. Italian brainrot story began on TikTok sometime around late 2023. At first, it was just random images, AI generated creatures with captions like Bombardillo eats spaghetti at dawn, or Meet Tung 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 Sahur, the guardian of ravioli. People started sharing this post not because they made sense, but because they didn't make any sense. Confusion is powerful. When your brain sees something it can explain, it laughs, and laughter spreads. Soon more creators jumped in, making their own version. They would open an AI image creator, type the random prompts, robot chef cooking lasagna with shark hand, and then give it a name that sounded Italian but completely absurd. And just like that, a subculture was born. What make a trend explode like this? The answer lies in two things: absurdity and community. Absurdity frees us from reality. Life can be stressful, serious, full of rules, but Italian brainrots ignore every rule. It doesn't care about grammar, logic, or narrative. It exists only to surprise you. When you see a picture of crocodile wearing sunglasses holding a plate of carbonara with a caption "Hata Sahur, king of the pasta rim," your brain short circuits and then it laughs. Community takes that spark and turns it into a fire. People begin remixing memes, adding new names, making videos where they listen dozens of made-up characters. Do you know Tung 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 Sahur or Hatter Sahur? Others created entire fake history of these characters, drawing maps of imaginary Italian cities, writing instant scripts, and making voiceover with fake Italian accents. The result of it was just a whole world, a world made entirely of nonsense, but a world that feels alive. Let's talk about the names because they are the soul of the trend. Tung 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 Sahur, Ta 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 Sahur, Bombardillo, Cappuccino Assassino. These names are the pure chaos poetry. They roll off the tongues like nursery rhymes, yet they carry an aura of mystery. Like they belong to some secret Italian mafia from another dimension. Why do they sound Italian? Because Italian is one of the most romantic musical language in the world, and some repetition, a few soft tunes, and your nonsense suddenly sound like it belongs in the Michelin-starred Trattoria or a fever dream. Italian brain memes usually share some common elements: AI art gone wild, characters with too many figures, melting backgrounds, object that doesn't belong, bold caption in English, or fake Italian, pasta lord returns, tung 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 arrives, chaotic audio loops, strange remixes, sped up Italian songs, random sound effects. When all this collide, the result is hypnotic. You can stop watching, you can stop laughing. Italian brainrots didn't emerge in an isolation, it's a part of the bigger wave of surreal memes, skibidi toilets, Sigma grandset, and even older trends like Los JPG. The difference is that Italian brainrots focus on aesthetic absurdity where nonsense meets elegance. It draws inspiration from Dadaism, the early 20th century art movement that celebrated nonsense against logic. Back then, artists like Marcel Duchamp put a urinal in the gallery and called it art. Today, TikTok users put tung 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 sahur over a picture of cat eating a pizza and call it comedy. Same energy, different century. Why do the millions love this? Science has an answer. Our brains are wired to seek patterns. Where they fail, they panic. But they then laugh. That relief, that little dopamine hit is why absurd human works. Italian brainrots is a pure unpredictability. You never you never know that what you will see the next, and that's addictive. And the doorway into the world where nothing makes sense, but everything feels alive. From here we'll dive deeper into the how this trend started, who's the legendary name are, what roles AI play, and why this nonsense might actually be future of the art. Because if the internet is a mirror of our minds, then Italian brainrots is the part of the mind that says, what if spaghetti could talk? Yes. Yes, guys, have you heard about cappuccino assassino or bombardillo? This sounds like the guest list from a mafia diner in a dream. You are starting to feel the essence of Italian brainrots, but here's a twist. They aren't real people, they are fragments of imagination stitched together with humor, absurdity, and internet energy. This chapter will take you to the roots and to the very birth of this phenomena, the moment chaos met community and created a culture wildlife. Every meme has birthplace for Italian brainrots. The sacred ground was TikTok, as I've mentioned earlier. The audio, a rapped Italian folk song, sped up 3 times. The comments pure confusion, sprinkled with laughs, emoji and cries of what is this? And that's exactly that worked. Because confusion is the productivity and it's very helpful to get something viral. It make people stop scrolling. And why it hit viral? The first Italian brainrots meme to really go viral was simple, a slideshow of imaginary character, each with a fake Italian name that sound like a spell of chant. The video opened with a question, delivered in a dramatic voiceover. Do you know? Tung 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 sahur? Have you heard of sahur? Or tata ta sahur, bombardillo, cappuccino, assassino? Like these names. This scroll flashed through the bizarre AI portraits. One looked like the you can say the croissant painting, another like a glitching video game NPC, all with a caption like that eating of the soul of the spaghetti, Bromadillo last night of the Kobara kingdom. This nonsense that a pizza making a portrait image. These things are the very weird but still very viral in this era. It was like Pokemon cards but for chaos god of the Italian cuisine, and people loved it. They stitched the video, they shared it, they made their own list of the fake names. Suddenly a meme wasn't a joke, it was a collaborative universe. TikTok didn't just host Brainrot, it fed it, watered it, and blasted it with the algorithm sunlight. Here's why. Short form loops reward nonsense. People don't need context, they just need confusion that make them laugh into the seconds. Sound trends spread like wildfire. One poetic audio clip with a fake Italian chant, it became the soundtrack of the thousands of videos. AI tools were booming. Midjourney, Daily, and other made it easy for anyone to create this art in the seconds. Yes, this is the reason why these things spread too fast. Combine all that and you get a fertile ground for a meme that feel like fever dreams. The moment a trend became a participatory and explores, Italian Brainrots was just a meme, it was a game. People competed to invent the weirdest name, the funniest fake lore, the most cursed AI image. They started building entire fake family trees of the characters. That the Bombadillo is the father of Tung Tung Sahur. Sahur, exiled from the spaghetti throne, hated Sahur, the forgotten son. Some went further, they wrote fake historical timelines that in 1543 the greatest pasta war began, that Tatata Sahur betrayed his own relative Tung 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 Sahur. Another created maps of imaginary Italian cities populated entirely by this character. Suddenly what started as a single meme had grown into the shared mythology, and many believed it. The power of the nonsense is that. Why does nonsense resonate? Psychologists call it cognitive incongruity, where your brain expects sense and get chaos instead. It lights up. You laugh because you can't process it. Italian brain rot amplifies that effect with a familiar culture symbol. Italy, pasta, names that sound melodic. It feels like it should make sense but doesn't. The tension is addictive and too addictive at all. That's why you scroll for hours through the videos chanting, do you know him? Do you know that? Do you know this? And do you know that? This is the same thing that repeat after scrolling for hours. Like we are part and like we are a collaborative of such society. And by early 2024, Italian brainrots had gone beyond TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, even Twitter thread joined in. Big creators starting referencing it, remixing it, making fun of it, making the fake documentaries about the ancient pasta lords. One popular YouTube videos, framed like a History Channel episode, opened with 4 centuries. They ruled the pasta realms, Bombadillo, Tung Tung Tung, and they exiled Prince Sahur. The comments were a battlefield of laughing emojis and people adding their own lore, making their own story and giving it a new touch. Soon Brainrots had its own soundtrack, Italian opera remixed with EDM, sped up tarantella songs, chant of fake names like spells, memes even made Brainrots filter, giving you glowing spaghetti eyes and caption like certified pasta warrior. Of course, not everyone loved it. Some called it the death of the humor or TikTok rotting brains. You should have heard it, the rotans and brain rots. This name comes from also this, the rotting brains. Others complained that it was just noise with no creativity, but critics missed the point. Italian brain rots is a creativity distilled to the chaos. It's collaborative, surreal, and make millions laugh. And in the world drowning in seriousness, that's powerful. By the time you finish this chapter, these names are probably being born. Maybe Linguini Luminira or Papa Pomodoro Prime. That's the beauty of the brain rot, that it has no end. It can never be ended. Whenever there is creativity, there is invention. People get to know about new things. And in this serious world, and everyone have its own difficulties, own stress, and someone laugh from these brain rots. So it might be helpful for many, but it also led to the death of the humor, and it's totally right. Stay tuned with us for the next video and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.